Hi, my name is Marcia. I'm a family nurse practitioner. I'm going to do a quick video on diabetes. I know there's type 1, there's type 2. Some people say there's a type 3 or a type 2.5. I'm focusing on type 2 diabetes, not the other ones. I know everyone is really preoccupied with, oh, I shouldn't eat sugar, I shouldn't eat bread, I should not eat tortillas. When I explain this to you, it's not so much the sugar. A lot of it has to do with the fat. Let's talk about the medical term. This is type 2 diabetes. DM stands for diabetes mellitus and is type 2 diabetes. So the medical terms for diabetes, and I'll explain these as I break them down. There is cellular lipid. This is the medical definition of type 2 diabetes. What does that mean in what we call layman's terms or in English? So intra means inside. Myo means muscle. Cellular, cell. Lipid, fat. Inside the muscle cell is fat. It doesn't say inside the muscle cell is sugar. It doesn't say inside the muscle cell is bread or tortillas. It says inside the muscle cell is fat. Fat is what's causing the insulin resistance. So for instance, when you see a T-bone steak or a ribeye steak, that marbling on the inside of the steak that we says adds all the flavor, that's fat in the muscle cell. Fat in the muscle cell. So every time you go to the grocery store and you're looking at a T-bone or a ribeye, you're looking really at fat in animal muscle, which is diabetes. If you have, when I'm in the clinic, I use the cabinets. I say if these cabinets are all full of fat and I'm trying to get sugar, if this is the sugar and the cabinets are full of fat, if I'm trying to get the sugar into the cabinet, is the sugar going to get in there if it's completely full of fat? The answer is no. Well, suppose it was your bedroom closet. Your bedroom closet is completely full of clothes. There's no room for anything else. And now you want to put some new shoes in the closet. Well, there's no room. It can't get in there. And that's the same thing that happens with the sugar, is that the muscles are so full of fat that they will not take the sugar. So this is the muscle cell that's full of fat, okay? And this is insulin. So insulin is the insulin bus, okay? And the insulin bus is going to take glucose into the muscle, but it actually is going to take fat with it because fat is known as a nutrient. That's more advanced. I'm trying to stay really basic, so I'm not going to get into an advanced lecture here. The basics, what I want you to know is that insulin is trying to get the sugar into the muscle, but if the muscle is full of fat, it can't get the sugar in there. So every time you check your blood, here's the blood vessel. Every time you check your blood, the glucose is going to be in the blood. So this is where you're like, well, don't eat bread, because when you eat the bread, yes, your sugar's going up because the sugar can't go where it needs to go. When you eat the tortilla, yes, your sugar is going to go up because it can't go where it needs to go. Same thing's going to happen with the apple. If you eat an apple, your sugar is going to go up. So we're talking glycemic index here. Glycemic index. Okay. So you eat and here's the sugar, or where this is glucose. Okay. So the sugar goes up when you eat the bread. Okay. It's also going to go up when you eat the apple, but because the apple has fiber, it's not going to go up as high. When you eat because people are always telling diabetics, don't eat fruit, don't eat fruit. Fruit has fiber, so it doesn't cause the sugar spike. The apple, the orange, they're all going to go up. Anything you eat is going to increase the glucose, but not like the bread and the tortillas. But none of them can go into the muscle because the muscle is full of fat. I really hope that didn't confuse you. My point is, when you get the fat out of the diet, the muscles are able to utilize the glucose that you're getting from your food, such as the beans and rice and potatoes, the things that you're being told not to eat. I get it, this is very confusing because you're hearing contradictory information, but it's the fat in the muscle, intramyocellular lipids. Intramyocellular lipid is what causes diabetes. Thank you.